Alright. I was doing my review for Control a while back. I stopped and I thought about it. There is something I innately hate about reviews. It isn't the critique, because everything can be better subsequently through such. No, it's the assignment of some arbitrary number. What does 6.5 out of 10 mean in terms of quality? In my brain, I see 6.5 and go, that game failed to deliver whatever it set out to do. 6.5 is a decent score though. It isn't going to be game changing for the industry, but fuck me if you probably wouldn't enjoy your time with it. I think the first time I ran into this issue in my head was when Visceral made Dante's Inferno. Sure, the game is a repetitive, tiring slog through hell. The gameplay itself is pretty much ripped beat for beat from God of War. The story was meh at best, and it leaves itself on a cliffhanger for Purgatory. But fuck if I didn't enjoy that game. I beat Dante's Inferno so many goddamn times that my brothers got sick and tired of seeing me play it. We can chalk that up to the fact that my little teenage brain just wanted to see edgy shit. But for fuck's sake, I know some of you enjoyed games that aren't in the precious 8 to 10 range. Not all of your palates are gaming caviar. I gotta stop. It sounds like I'm attacking viewers, and that's not the point here. The point is that people are going to enjoy what they're going to enjoy. Does that make the game good or bad? No. You can decide if a game is going to be good or bad objectively. That's the whole fucking point of a fucking review. However, objectivity seems to go right out the fucking window when you look at some of the reviews on the biggest sites. If you make a complaint, then back it up with evidence. If you say you personally didn't like something, then that score should not be fucked with for the sake of your own personal taste. I think what made me stop my review for Control was that I felt I was being too subjective in nature. I went over things that I liked and pointed out only surface level flaws. I think that Control is a great game. It had, and still has, a lot of technical issues, but the gameplay itself is solid as fuck. The issue becomes that the game doesn't introduce enough variety to its gameplay for 8 to 12 hours it takes to beat or complete it. Its weapon forms mean nothing when you use 2 for basically the entire game, and don't worry about the others because it doesn't suit the player on a subjective level. Do you see what I'm getting at? Control is great to me, for the reasons that its world fit every aesthetic need I want, that the gameplay is destructive but not deep, that I went through it in a day and it felt that I got what I wanted out of it and was able to come back and pull some more through side content. That's a lot of eyes in something that needs to apply to a larger audience. So how do you help a consumer make an informed purchase? Well, more often than not, people say things like, you can't just list off what the game does and call that a review. I say, why not? The game is what they're coming there to play. They want to know what's in the game if they are reading or watching a review. The audience isn't here for me to regale them with a story of in-game things that might not even happen to them. The audience doesn't need plot information, but they can hear about the mechanics. They can hear about how things function. They can fucking know the state of the game when they purchase it. This is a goddamn rant. Anyways, if I had to redo my Control review and the 2 reviews I've done over Castlevania, I wouldn't include a lot of things that make it personable. It would state what is there, how it functions, and what it is now. Now, my impressions of a game are different. That is a subjective take on the matter. But if you call a fucking thing a review, and then you add in personal bias, then you are doing a disservice to the reader or watcher of your content. So, as I hear my 7 subscribers comment, you're called Tree Talks Reviews. What are you gonna do now that you hate reviews? Well, I'm glad that you asked my straw man nobody. I'm going to talk actual fucking reviews. The people and channels that you follow that review content. My goal is to take what they say and tear it down and give you information that they are actually presenting. Are they giving you a biased opinion or are they giving you facts? Well, we can find out together. I follow a lot of video game reviewers, and some of them say some pretty fucking dumb things. I made 2 reviews, and I felt like I said some pretty dumb things. But there's more so because I hated the process and wanted to force something out to see if I liked it. The answer is I did not. I do not like giving my opinion as if I'm stating a fact. I want evidence to back up my argument, and all too often reviews fall complacent of that goal. Also, I just don't think it's suited for that sort of video style. These rants, these off-the-cuff fucking rants, this shit falls right into my alleyway of content creation. Anyways, this has been a Tree Talk. Leave a like, subscribe, plant some roots down in the comments section. Till next time, continue to fucking grow. Because when you stop growing, you start to die. Wait, was that a fucking pun? That was not what I meant to do.